We're going to do something a little different and unconventional for a carnivore. Vegetarian lasagna made with eggplant in place of the lasagna noodles. And no meat. Okay, I'm going to start with 2 large eggplants. These measure about 10 inches in length, so they'll be useful in a 9x9 Pyrex baking dish. First thing I'm going to do is peel them to make them a little easier to cut when I slice them into 1-inch planks. Also makes them a little easier to cut when they're in the lasagna after it's had a chance to sit and rest for about 10 minutes. But for right now, I'm just going to slice these into about 1-inch planks and use these in place of lasagna noodles. Now once I've got them sliced, I'm going to put them on a baking sheet lined with a paper towel and a little bit of sea salt. I'm going to then cover that with some sea salt and another paper towel. The whole idea here is to take some of the moisture out and remove some of the bitterness. Once I've covered it with another paper towel, then I want to set it aside. Normally I like to set them aside for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Today I'm just going to set it aside for about 20 minutes and let them cure just a little bit. So it's been 20 minutes and I'm now going to put them into an oven at 400 degrees to soften them up a little bit and make them a little easier to work with. They'll also shrink just a little bit as part of the heating process. While that's cooking and curing, I'm going to add 5 ounces of fresh spinach chopped to a mixing bowl. I'm going to add to that 15 ounces of fat-free ricotta cheese. I managed to find that at Publix. If you don't have a Publix around, you may want to look at other sources. Walmart occasionally carries it. But anyway, just if you can't find that, get 2%. To that, I'm going to add half a cup of fat-free mozzarella cheese and a 1/4 cup of reduced fat Parmesan cheese. Next thing I'm going to do is add, for seasoning, some garlic, about half a tablespoon of garlic in that case, and some Italian herbs, primarily oregano and basil. Then I want to add some salt and pepper for a little more flavor. Not a whole lot of salt or pepper. I don't like to use more than about half a teaspoon of each. Then get the great handy dandy mixer out and mix the cheese mix until it's fairly smooth. And now it's time to start putting the lasagna together. So I've got the lasagna or the eggplant planks out of the oven. Say that fast 3 times. I've got my Pyrex dish 9x9 with a layer of fresh marinara sauce. In this case I'm using Bertolli's marinara sauce. Then I'm going to layer 3 planks of eggplant in on top of that. Then once the eggplant is in, I'll cover it with a layer of the cheese and spinach mix. And now another layer of sauce. Then another layer of the eggplant planks. Then once that's in, a final layer of the cheese mix. And I try to spread it out fairly evenly. Spreads a lot easier than cottage cheese, which I've used to do this in the past, but I like the ricotta much better. Then another layer of marinara sauce as soon as I get this spread out. And finally, I'll add about about a half a cup of fat-free mozzarella cheese to cover. and make it look nice and pretty, as we say here in the South. And now into a 375-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. But first I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil to prevent it from drying out too much. And now that I've got it covered, into the oven at 375. And now it's out of the oven, and we're going to let it rest for about 10, maybe 15 minutes to a couple of reasons. One is we want the cheese to solidify just a bit. Otherwise it tends to slide around when you cut. It's had a chance to rest for about 10 minutes now. So cut it into serving size slices. And in this case I'm going to get 6 serving size slices out of it. And remember, this is a 9 by 9 baking dish. If you want to go bigger, go for it. Be my guest. If you like my videos, please comment. If you want to see more, please click subscribe in the link below.